Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you for taking the time to support the channel. Back with a new Magic the Gathering Arena Standard Best of 1 Mythic Rank Brew. Talking today about Jeskai Alchemites. We're going to be playing with the White Sun's Twilight, cleaning up the field, gaining some life, making an army of mites, and then we'll be utilizing Alchemist Gambit for a double turn, allowing us to stack up those poison counters in a hurry. Getting all of this done, hopefully, within the same turn, thanks to our Mindsplice Apparatus, a fantastic new artifact from the latest set. We'll break down the deck list if you're unaware of any of these cards, talking in depth about the strategies and synergies held within the deck, and then demonstrating this in Mythic Rank against the best decks and players in the world right now. Some fantastic footage for you today. Had a lot of fun with this build. And then we'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and our pack opening. So, be a ghoul, be a goblin, slam that like button. It really does help support. You can also leave a comment down below, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already done so. Then you won't miss out on all of our content. If you want to go above and beyond, though, you still can. You know, there's those YouTube memberships giving you access to our untapped profile, all of our deck lists with the stats to go along with them in real time, as well as access to the Sunday members only exclusive stream here on YouTube, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard. Like I said, every single Sunday. Ayo, River! Can we just take a look at the deck already, HGG? Let's go, bro! Okay. Jeskai Alchemites is the name of the game in standard best of 1 60-card deck with a 3.0 average. 0 critters in this one. We have 34 creatures and 26 land to support the heavier curve. In today's gameplay footage, we do have a lot of fun with the shuffler, as I'm sure we all do. 2 lands, 15 lands. 2 lands, 15 lands, and then just right. We love the 6 lands if we can get there perfectly and continue out through some draw, which this deck does have. So a lot of elements of control, right? 2-for-1 cards, also cards that can generate a lot of value for us alongside that might path that we will take. So I guess first things first, if you're unfamiliar, the White Sun's Twilight for 2 mana at sorcery speed, you gain X life, where X is the amount of mana that you pump into it. Obviously, it's 2 planes plus X. And then you'll also create that many number of colorless mites with Toxic 1. If X is 5 or more, you will also destroy all other creatures. So 7 mana total will get you 5 mites and a clean field with 5 life. And this is very, very good, right? Of course, you can win the game through poison 10 on your opponent. That's a double attack with 5 mites, okay? So we're going to go ahead and take an Alchemist Gambit for 2 mana. You don't even have to cleave this, because if you have those mites in, you know your opponent is tapped out, or you have counter magic to protect yourself. This is a must, because if they interact with you, you'll lose the game. You can get around that, by, like I said, having the protection, making sure that they're tapped out, or just cleaving it so you don't have to worry, for 3 mana, or a cleave for 7 at sorcery speed, taking an extra turn after this one. During that turn, damage can't be prevented, and at the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. Exile the Gambit, so you can't recast it from your grave through that exile, right? Again, a phenomenal card that's really easy to cast. 3 mana is not hard to do, right? Just get after it. These will have summoning sickness, so you'll need to drop that first. But once you do, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Of course, maybe it is better to save and cleave if they have summoning sickness. But because the cleave is 4 generic and the White Sun's Twilight is also X generic, we bring in our 3rd card, the Mindsplice Apparatus, for 4, an artifact with flash, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put an oil counter on it. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 generic less to cast for each oil counter that the apparatus has accumulated. And that is, you know, a flash artifact that is going to go up every turn, makes playing, you know, that 7 mana Twilight and that 7 mana Gambit much easier to do. Of course, we can also generate treasures to help us get there as well through big score. Because, you know, I understand it is a lot of mana, but definitely more than possible to achieve. Nothing wrong with taking 2 turns to accomplish it, like I said, as well. And that would actually open up maybe a cheaper Gambit for you. Anywho, the rest of the deck is really just a lot of, you know, value generating and removal spells. Let's talk about the removal first. We have 3 copies of Flame Blessed Bolt, 1 mana instant speed, 2 damage to creature or planeswalker. If it dies, exile it instead. 3 copies of Syncopate for 1 mana plus X. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell would be countered, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Great news, especially with the Mindsplice there. We have a Galvanic. This is used to copy spells, which is really nice. Most notably, big score. 4 treasures. Draw 4 through a discard of 1. Pretty good, right? Flashback for an additional 1 generic mana, total of 3 from the grave. Very, very good as well with the Gambit. Twilight, we already talked about gaining X life, creating X1 mites, and if 5 is more, X is 5 or more, destroy all creatures as well, other creatures anyways, not your mites. The Silver Scrutiny for 2 generic blue plus X, sorcery speed, cast it as though it had flash if X is 3 or less to draw X cards. We talked about the Gambit. We have the Union of the Third Path, instant speed for 3, draw a card, then gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. Really nice sustainability, and that draw is very good. Believe it or not, a decent card to copy with Galvanic as well, just for massive life gain at that point. We have the Emperor here as well for 4 mana with Flash, 3 starting loyalty, activating loyalty abilities at instant speed the turn it enters the battlefield. +1/+1/+1 counter target creature against first strike until the end of turn. -1, creating a 2/2 token with vigilance, and then -2, exiling tap target creature, gaining 2 life throughout the process. A single copy of Teferi. Whenever we draw a card, it will gain 1 loyalty through its passive ability. It's 3 generic, 2 blue, total of 5 mana to enter play, 4 starting loyalty. 0, draw a card, -2, create a 2/2 with vigilance with the same static ability as Teferi. Drawing a card, putting a +1 counter on it. And then -12, target opponent chooses a permanent they control and returns it to their hand. Then they shuffle each non-land permanent they control into its owner's library. Very nice field wipe here through Teferi. Controlling the field furthermore with Temporal's Firestorm for 5 mana. We can kick it for an additional 2, 1 generic, 1 plains, and an additional time for 1 generic, 1 island, a total of 2 times potentially, which would be very expensive, going to 7 and then to 9, which is nice when we have that Mindsplice to reduce this, okay? Choosing X creatures and planeswalkers you control, where X is the number of times the spell is kicked. Those permanents phase out, then deal 5 damage to each creature and planeswalker. So we can keep our planeswalkers alive while cleaning up our opponent's planeswalkers. This is so powerful right now, and the only way to really get around Farewell decks, because, you know, they're going to stack planeswalkers and you're not going to be able to deal with them, and it's brutal, right? So this A, protects your own planeswalkers, and is B, going to deal with theirs. Phenomenal. Farewell, 2 copies of this as well. Sorcery speed for 6, choosing 1 or more, exiling all artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and or graveyards. Literally getting everything done but those planeswalkers that we talked about. That's the deck. We do have the Soaring City, the Defiance, and the Empire for our utility lands. We have the Pass, the Coast, and the Beach for consistency on those dual lands, and then some basics to make sure that we're not playing too slow, right? A really fun deck. It is fairly consistent. Obviously, we're always looking to improve it. So while we watch today's gameplay footage with an open eye, let me know any opinions that you may have as to ways we can improve the build in the comments below. And of course, don't go anywhere, because we're, of course, going to review everything as we wrap up and then shred into this pack as well. Cheers. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube memberships, and let's play some Magic, bras and lady bras. bronze. Every other bronze. All right, we're on the play. Sorry, on the draw. On the slow play, you know? I want that red in for the Flame Blast Bolt if we get it off the top. Path and score. It's always the Kiki, right? Where were you? Discarding some removal. They make their treasure, which is great. I'm tempted to bolt them, but maybe we should just go with our own game plan here. Just build into our farewell, take the whole field instead of, you know, one thing. All right. This will certainly pull counter magic. Right, this is going to get countered, without a doubt. Really? Do you want to wait and counter the farewell? They get it, if they have one. I don't see why they wouldn't have countered the big score, though, if they had it. They take the draw to look for it. Again, should have done that for the big score. We get it. That is hot. Ooh, woo. Absolutely love that. Harvester's cute. It's a good card. Probably, what, like another Kiki Jiki right after it? I kid, I'm just having fun. Let's pass turn. I'd like to get this Mindsplice out, but we might have to take care of this Doogie with the Emperor. Good game. You didn't, I mean, Farewell is one of those cards where it's just like, oh, okay, so that's that. It was kind of weird in this situation. They had a really full hand, so like there's lots of value. It's not like they're empty-handed. And when that does happen to you, and then you're empty-handed top decking, that's where it really gets like GG's. All right, our opponent is going first. Oh, really nice start land-wise. Imagine that. The interaction lands. Very interesting. Not so much here. I guess we just slam it. still give them the draw. That'd be awesome. Oh, the Evolving Adaptive is very good. So is the Beast Scholar. Oh, hi. We need our second red source. So you get played first. Thank you. Wow, everything's just lining up here. Pretty heavy on the land. But it's... Oh, that's so good against us. The Blood Vial survives. And it gets stronger. It's really good. And another Shakedown Heavy. Just bring in the heat here. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Want to buy farewell, you know? We're on a 3-turn clock. Down to 2. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Let's be honest, we're doing them both, so do this one first. I think, right? Maybe that was backwards. Giving them the draw sucked. Do they have the protection? No, thankfully. Down to 14. They have a big hand. A Gurger. And another Blood Vial. Oh, Lord, have mercy. My pitiful soul. Alright, we're reaching. This is desperation. Oh, Lord.
May your blade strike true.
Let's draw these blood tokens away. Interesting. $14 life. Oh, and it's got trample. We have to let them draw. Oh, we did that late. My bad. Still getting hit for 9 damage. Down to 5. Another adaptive. Why does it say 7 out of 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10 if I wanted. And I'll tell you what. I do want. I very much do want. Then we Gambit, if left alone, for lethal. Well, we have our land. We have 0 early game interaction, though, which I find to be ridiculous, but heck, what do I know? No, you only get 5 and 6 drop spells. Crazy. What a world. Playing nice and slow against this mono blue deck. They love it. They're able to set up 15 counters in a row. Here's the first. Let's just draw one. Fish for a counter ourselves. Pass turn. There you go. Curated Delphia. I'm surprised more people don't run this card. I've been calling for it for a while. It's good to see. 4th land. Here's the big hit for 1. Toss that word land. This is definitely counterable. Because it's a 2 for 1 as I had to discard. And it's a Spell Pierce. Oh my god. Alright, here's another counterspell. It could be a phase out too. Slip out the back, right? March. Just negating it, that's fine. Hit for 3 to 16. Our turn, here comes the exile. No counterspell. Do they have protection through phase out? No, we get it. Holding up a counterspell.
Judgment is final.
Consider for 1. Fifth land. Here's our land. Let's plus up. Submit 0. Next. And turn. Gambit is active when we need it. Counter for 4. No, sorry, counter for 5. They could have a return counter on their own end. It's fine. Doesn't look like it, though. I'm just going to take advantage of these draws.
Keep watch for intruders.
Forgetting the +1 counter here, my bad. 1 miss damage. You can't tell me what to do.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Let's end turn. I'm going to hold on to it, Mindsplice in, and hopefully we can get more value on this double turn. I guess they're flooding, question mark? Try to pull any interaction first with the attack. Bounce spell. Aye. That sucks. They scry to the top. And turn. We're still in danger. Surveil 2, draw a card. This Jin is going to be massive. We need to farewell that graveyard. The first chance we get. Draw 3, discard a land. Oh no, they discard creature counters instead. 3 cards in hand. Mindsplice active. Ooh. Let's push up our token. Attack first, draw interaction.
Strike fast and strike hard.
There it is. I should wait till they play another, right? Let's draw 3 flash. Oh no, cancel. It's our turn. Well, let's double turn then. And then we can draw 3. It's funny how that works out. More land. Here's a Teferi land in play. Our turn again. Teferi's out.
For the sake of the future, I will defend the past.
Make the token, why not?
Eyes everywhere.
Guards.
Land stays to discard a little later on with like a big score or whatever it's called. Thirst. Drawing and discarding 2 unless it's a land. We're halfway through their deck. Our turn. Okay, now I think we should be good. That's Teferi draw.
Now
That's good too.
an interesting fact.
Let's push up on the samurai.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Hit for 7. Oh, I can't counter that. Nice. It's a good hit, though. And we have, you know, like a massive syncope, so... Just counter this for x equals 8. Oh my god. It's kind of crazy because they are only paying 1 for it. Negate on our counter. You know what that negate can't hit now? Farewell. I'm gonna Galvanic Farewell. Just to make sure it lands right. Or, well, let's first try this. Let's go first strike.
Strike fast
Next.
and strike hard.
Attack and see if they block. Because we could bolt it, pay the ward too, right? That's nothing. Impulse Adelphia. Let's see the block. We could always Enganjo it as well. We have plenty of mana. They just take it. Ooh. Well, that same... Well, it's not a first strike. We could just make blockers.
Nobody knows the past better than me.
Hi. Been waiting for you. So I'm going to try to farewell, and then if there is interaction on that Jin, because I don't care too much about the Terror, or if we get to see this final card, which we do, then we're good to go just with the organic farewell, you know? Like, so I do like this. This is going to probably be the nail in the coffin. Everything but artifacts. And then let's just draw a bunch. Good game. It's a hard hole to come back from. It's a late game farewell when you don't have a hand and now we're top decking. Fairly nice land. Not a lot of early game interaction. Building into the big score. Scrutiny on 3. Ooh. Maybe I don't scrutiny yet. We have everything we need. Let's save it. I almost feel like we'd be better to big score. What do they discard as well? Is this like a big red? Medium red at the least. Nice. Looking for a field wipe, you know? They get a double treasure here. It's pretty good. Just racing to a farewell. Aren't we always? It's a lot of treasure. Another Kiki. Laying it on thick, bro. Wait one turn? Or what? I want to at least get one Kiki. I think we should draw 3. It's either draw 3, try to find the farewell to take this other Fable, or Emperor end step. Let's just take the damage. I'm going to draw 3. I think. Ooh. We definitely want the farewell now, don't we? No luck. No luck. Well, we are forced to definitely clean up the field. The life gain is nice. They could easily wipe us out. We're going to take a care of a Might, which signifies they don't have field damage. 3 cards in hand. 8 available mana. Potentially 9 if they play a land. Oh, I am so close to countering that. That's wild with all will be one. Very good.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
4 poison counters. Surely, you know? We only have 5 life. We're probably dead to another Devastator. Alright, well that's fine. That needs to get countered. X equals 1. Thank the Lord. Okay, so here's the land. We need something as an answer, like, right now, right? Or do we try to long con?
You needed a hero. Here I am.
Remember your training.
Who's that handsome devil?
It has menace, too. And then we can always draw 2 during their turn. 5 life. Pretty nervous about that. One Devastator wins the game. Right? It was good to see. I liked that quite a bit. They get it. Okay. We should have drawn for another counterspell instead. Let's just see if it's there. I bet it is. No. That's really good synergy. I like that quite a bit. Good game. That's phenomenal, you know? Opponent is going first, which is just unacceptable. Keeping 6. Union can take us home. Gambit can definitely go for now. The scrutiny, sorry. I want to call it security. The scrutiny can definitely go as well. Where's the light at in here? Just dark. Anywho, let's just drop our pass in case we top deck an island. Tossing our scrutiny here. Pass over. Third path. Next turn. Let's do that on their turn, though. Hit for 1 to 18. It's a big hit. Card we don't need. Oh, are you serious? It's one of those days, eh? I'll pass over. I mean, a 5th land and we have our Firestorm. 6 and 7, we have a nice Twilight. Oh my gosh. Alright. You know. I don't even want to dignify. Okay, so that'll be a good hit.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Blue is illegal. Islands don't exist. You know? They're overrated anyways, right? Oh my gosh. Alright, so it's still... it's a 2-for-1. Not really. It's actually... They have value here. Like, we use 1 card to deal with 2 cards. But their Lily already went 1-for-1. And their Beetle went 1-for-1 as well. So there's not really any value gain there for us. We just catch up a little bit. I mean, there's value gain, but, you know, we're not coming out ahead. It's bringing us more so to parity. Oh, my lord. Look at my garbage hand. Definitely take the Twilight. You may choose a creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Oh, which we have none of, so you can go back to... Always, you know. That's hilarious. They're 8th land. That's incredible. Hello, skis. I guess we'll toss our Galvanic.
And you think you can win? Don't overthink things.
Or the Gambit. I might toss the Gambit in all seriousness. Ooh, hello. Take this damage to 6. They draw. It's not great, but it's the only way we're gonna come out ahead. Just make the token.
We must protect
Well,
the people.
that changes everything.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Hit Lilironi.
Do not touch me again.
grab 3 life, and maybe we can just poison out. Having a really hard time with our lands, but every now and again that's going to happen. We lose our walker. They force a discard. Oh, did they just do creature when it was a token? Oops. They clicked the wrong button there. Here's the blitz. They get their draw, which is great. Lily forces a discard.
Drop it.
Dang, dude. What's mine say? An arena, that's pretty good. See, I'm serious about these islands. I wasn't kidding. They're illegal. Nice Boros control deck, dude.
A delay, nothing more.
Still nothing to take. Enchantment, Planeswalker, or creature, which, you know, we don't happen to have any of. Hit for 3 to 6, they draw. We can turn for poison counters potentially. Like, I mean, that's really nice for us actually as well. So this takes them to 4. Heck, if we top deck some more mites, because they're gonna get so they might take our bolt here instead of the gambit. They should probably take the gambit if they're worried about the mites, which they probably should be. Bolt takes out that Doogie though, so we lose our gambit. Here's the Doogie Doo. Of course, we just exile. I like Pompon. He's very cool. Lily out with a forced sacrifice.
And I don't appreciate when people touch my things.
Losing a mite.
Sacrifices must be made.
No draw. Okay. Kill Lily. Take them to 7. That's also their 5th poison counter.
Oh, that's my
End turn here. What you bringing back, Willis? Lily? The beetle? Probably Lily. The milled and invoke. We can make a token.
I've come for answers.
Yes, yes, yes. Lose the might. They're down to 7. It's pretty good. Beetle, we toss our syncopate. Absolutely worthless at this point. The Emperor is out to make a token. Where have you been? You know?
We've got the edge in this fight.
So let's kill the beetle. Hit for 2. They're obviously going to block the samurai. They can force a discard. That's okay. We also get that poison counter in because of that is, you know, not bad. Taking them to 6 just in case. Because you never know when a Sheoldred hits. Removal on the might? Question mark. Oh, non-artifact. That's funny. And then we discard the Galvanic, which isn't that big of a deal.
have things we'd rather forget.
Kill Lily. Make another token.
Be back with friends.
Big chill.
Let your
End turn.
blade
We
do
could
the
bounce
talking.
our Emperor back if they're going to deal with it. We can't really bounce a token, which is sad. We could also bounce one of their threats. Like if they play a creature to block, we can bounce that Wandering Emperor up a token, and that's going to be lethal. Great game. A slight misplay there on the Edict, but it's minor. Alrighty then. Is this a good land spread? I can't tell. Ooh. Might be. Bankbuster's phenomenal. Counter up for 1. Goodbye, Emperor. They may take Firestorm if they're scared of losing their creatures. We don't have a lot, though. A second Duress? That would be badass. They take their draw. A secondary Bankbuster. Wow. Counter for 3. They know this though, so they'll either feed us something to counter or play around it. Or Shures. All right. Hold up counter magic. If not, we will copy the Union. Here's a draw. Another draw. Must be nice. Draw shame them. Oh no. I mean, they have plenty of land. 7 mana up for them, in fact. Crewing. Not too shabby. For 4 to 16. A Graveyard Terse Passer. Getting in our graveyard, down and dirty. Will force a Firestorm. 4 mana up for them. Alright, so this is great life gain. An acceptable draw. 5 life and then 6. Land in play. Takes us to 6. Let's just clean it up. Right? They take a draw through their Buster. No counter magic up. We do have a Sun's Twilight that they don't see. Hello. Shouldered Cruise the Buster. They also draw for 2 life. Oh, they leave the Shielder to block the crew that pilot. I like it. Okay. Yeah, for 4 to 23. Let's take our draw to 21. I'm certain we see, you know, a Brotherhood. Brotherhood's War? Brotherhood's End? Brother War's End? They're gonna destroy our... Okay, an Elder Dragon. That's gonna get the job done as well. Woof. Brutal, dude. Followed by a Kiki. By a Keck W. I spy with my little eye. Farewell. Here for 2, they make a treasure. Down to 22. We can counter for 7. They have so much mana. Weird. We definitely just counter it. Let's Galvanic, our big score. Toss a land. Big draws, right? Nice treasure. Land in play. That's 6 mana. Pass turn. Hello, Durgan. Kiki transforms as well, which is cool, so we can firestorm the field again. Crewdelphia. It's a big hit. I don't want to ever bounce the Buster unless it's lethal, because it will just result in additional draws, compounding the negative situation we find ourselves in. You gonna reveal my hand, dude? I got nothing for you. They probably want to look at these 3 cards. It's probably worth it for them. No, they go right to 2. Dang. What do you think they go for? Atraxia? Because? Why not? Invoke Despair. Shieldred. Other copies of Gix. The Capricious Hellraiser. We've seen that in the list there too, right? I have to duress this. Well, I guess we have 2 wipes. It's not great. But, like I said, there's 2 of them. They take the Twilight for sure. The Hellraiser's already in exile. We have nothing for them to take, so this is going to fizzle. Oh, I didn't see Shouldered in there. My bad. You were hiding. Shouldered looks like they, she, or I guess maybe they, would be a good hider. Brutal. Getting beat down still. Down to 12. Mm-hmm. Down to 10 through the draw. It's a land. That's brutal. Well, this is probably game. We've effectively been locked out. Philadelphia. I'll just, oh my god. 1, 2, and 5. Counter for 6. Dang, dude. One, two. 1, 2, 3, yeah. This is like last ditch effort. Yes, you can prove your other one. Down to 6. And we are top decking. Most likely a land, resulting in a good game, even without it shouldered in play, so any draws we find are not really that helpful. Interesting. Ooh, we're doing this for 10? What? 11, 12. Oh, never mind. For some reason, I didn't see that additional land. So the life gain helps if they don't have a field wipe and we find removal for their blockers, we can win, but I doubt it. You know, boom, they're all gone again immediately. Nice. Good game. Going first with not enough land. Why do you hate me, Arena? I have a Mindsplice, though. Risk that bisque, baby. Top decking 2 lands in a row should be easy. Alright, so far so good. I will use this to draw 1. don't think I'm above that. Taking 2 to 18. Ooh. That's a good one. Ah, that's not a land. Let's pass over. They probably take a... Well, no, they're going to take the Mindsplice. Let's be serious. I just have to try to find the land. There it is. Thank you. So what you taking, Willis? Might take the big score. Probably the Mindsplice. They would take the Emperor, except we have 2 of them. The Mindsplice is worthless without the big score. The Emperor is always a threat. And they take that. I can respect that. Land pass. Now, this is what they didn't see, which is kind of funny. The Arena Shuffler is always on its game. For reals, dude. Alright, so this is going to force a discard.
A fight? And you think you can win?
I think I just toss a sun. We don't have a second white source, or I would. Taking 5 to 8, that's brutal. Mindsplice out. Counter on it. Land in hand. Toss the land. Big draw. Oh, of course we don't get another. That's kind of funny. And I still want to play the land this turn, right? So let's gain 4 life to 12. Get the land. Nice. Now we have 5. This will be 6, 7, 8 if we spend the treasure.
Drop it.
Toss our Emperor. So sad. I get it. But Teferi's probably better because he can draw. Oh my god. Becky, look at her butt. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the treasure. Pay 6. Spend the treasure. Wipe their field. And then they have to kill, you know, more than one. Because I don't doubt that there's a cut down. Yes, 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 yes. Then Lily can kill another. Yes, yes, yes. 2 cut down. Oh, grasp. Still not bad. And here's your boy, which can attack through us. Lily sacks. We're down to 3, right? And that's why we made the extra. Because we're still left with not enough. Ooh, a blitz the Doogie Doo. Hitting for 5. For 5!
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Sucks. Sucks. Where's my 5th might, you know? We have to attack her with 1 at least. Big draw, big draw. Loving those lands!
Watch it.
Okay. We have them at 7 poison counters. We are close. Attack a Might, that's fine, to 3.
Off you go.
Where's Mirix when you need it? Getting hit for 5 to 3 ourselves. No, keeping 1 to block. That protects them from lethal, so maybe no removal in hand. They're going to draw here and step as well. So we need to remove the conscript for lethal. They're tapped, we're good. Unless they draw a cut down. Remove this conscript and we win. Big money, no whammies. That's all whammy. That's all whammy, baby. And we can't block, so they win. Good game, really close. Good game. We got them to 5 life, 9 poison counters, but unfortunately, it's not enough, as we cannot defend from top decking lands. Oof. Okay, so, you know, we did all right with the deck. It wasn't the worst. At the end of the day, I think maybe we're trying to do too many things. I love the big score, especially if Mindsplice is already out, because the treasures then act as our colored mana source. And that's what we would run out of, right? Is each spell requires a colored mana source to cast. Mindsplice is reducing all of the generic. That's fine. But we will run out of spell availability where big score banks of treasures gets us, around that, which I really do like. So, you know, it's hard to say. So we got to go with the 4 suns, you know? We got to... Oh, man, it's just such a hard life. I think the big scores can go... Because of this, the Galvanic iteration can potentially go as well. And we focus in more so on the mites and then just casting the Gambit organically without the copy. It's not as big as and impressive. However, you know, I think that's got to be the step we take. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below while we shred in to this pack. Oh boy. So this is an alt art Elish Norn. You can just tell already, right? It smells of it. Oh, you can see the back. Shh. That was definitely not a mythic card. Mind your manners. Okay, we're gonna focus in here. It might take a second, but we'll do the movie magic. All right, here we are with our art card, BEA Beautiful, that is Vanish into Eternity. And then we'll go through our lands. That is a green Phyrexian land. Very nice. The Lightbringer. The Engraver. La Cultivator. Oh man, I need to eat some food. I'm so cringe today. Spore Singer, the Ravager, which is actually really good. I like that card quite a bit. Evolving Adaptive, that is also gas. And the Scrap Duggy, what a pack! Oh my lord, an alt art Cultivator, refocusing quickly for you. An alt art Quicksilver Fisher. 1 Blue Sun's Twilight. Not the worst. We have a holographic Zealot. Zealot. And then finally, the Phyrexian Scriptures. This is a Dominaria Saga, 4 mana. On its first trigger, putting a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. That creature becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. And then destroy all non-artifact creatures. That'd be so good right now. And then finally, exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards, which is also very good right now. So that's not a bad find. Pretty cool. Of course, thank you all so much for watching. Have an absolute magical day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, your playgroups, your local game stores, all that goodness. Get the word out there, right? We're still doing that massive 100K gem giveaway at 100,000 subs. That's actually a million gems. I should mind my manners. It's been a long time in the making, and you know, with each day we do get closer. So Subscribe, share the channel out, and most importantly, just have an absolute magical day, of course. And we'll see you soon in the next.